selling defined the new age of prospecting. Social selling is often misunderstood, with many assuming that it simply involves posting content on LinkedIn and waiting for leads to roll in. However, true social selling goes far beyond that. It is not about flooding LinkedIn with generic posts, nor it is about sending mass connection requests accompanied by cold sales pitch. Engaging in surface level interactions such as leaving a quick great post comment does not qualify as meaningful engagement either. At its core, social selling is about building authentic relationship. It requires genuine engagement with prospects before making any sales-related requests, ensuring that conversations are organic rather than forced. The key to success lies in positioning yourself as a trusted expert rather than just another salesperson pushing a product or service. In simple terms, social selling is strategic use of social media to warm up leads, initiate meaningful conversations, and ultimately drive sales. When done right, it transforms cold outreach into valuable professional relationship, creating a foundation of trust that leads to higher engagement and better conversion rates. Here is an example. Imagine you are selling cloud security solution to Chief Information Officer at a SaaS company. A traditional cold email approach might look something like this. Hi John, our AI-powered security platform helps SaaS companies prevent cyber threats. Let's set up a call to discuss how we can help. The likely outcome? Instantly deleted. The recipient sees yet another generic pitch and moves on. They don't know you, they don't trust you, and frankly, they don't care. Now contrast this with a social selling approach. Instead of jumping straight into a cold pitch, you take the time to build familiarity and credibility. You start by commenting on their LinkedIn posts about cybersecurity trends, offering a well thought out insights that add value to the conversation. Over the next few weeks, you engage with their posts, constantly liking and commenting, not with the intent to sell, but to establish yourself as a knowledgeable voice in the industry. Only after this period of engagement do you send a connection request accompanied by a personalized note that references your previous interactions. By the time you finally initiate a direct conversation, your name is familiar to them and the outreach feels like natural continuation of your ongoing discussion rather than a cold pitch. The difference is night and day. Instead of being ignored, your message is now welcome because it comes from someone they recognize and have already engaged with. This is the power of social selling, turning outreach into real conversations and cold leads into warm opportunities. Why social selling is better than cold calling? Cold outreach alone is becoming increasingly inefficient, and the number proves it. The average cold email reply rate is merely 2%, making it an uphill battle to get prospects to engage. Meanwhile, 75% of B2B buyers actively use social media when making a purchase decision, and sales reps who leverage social selling wins 45% more opportunities than those who rely solely on cold outreach. The reason behind the shift is simple. Social selling creates familiarity before the pitch. Think of it like networking at an event. If a stranger walks up to you and immediately tries to sell you a software demo, the interaction feels abrupt and transactional. But if someone first engages in conversation, asks about your challenges, provides valuable insights, and establishes trust, you are far more likely to be open to hear their solution. Social selling allows SDRs to warm up prospect, build credibility, and create meaningful connections before ever making a sales pitch, making it a far more effective and engaging approach than transactional cold outreach. Okay, social selling versus traditional sales approach. Traditional sales approach rely on cold calls, mass emails, and aggressive pitch, often prioritizing high volume outreach over meaningful connections. This approach focuses on pushing a product or service onto potential customers, often without first understanding their specific needs or challenges. While traditional methods can still yield results, they frequently lead to lower engagement rates and increased resistance from prospects who feel they are being sold to rather than guided towards a solution. In contrast, social selling is centered around building relationship, educating prospects, and engaging in meaningful conversations. Instead of interrupting potential customers with unsolicited messages, social selling positions the salesperson as a trusted advisor. This method involves actively participating in online discussions, sharing valuable insights, and offering personalized interaction to nurture long-term connections. By fostering trust and credibility, social selling allows SDRs to attract and convert high potential leads more effectively than traditional cold outreach alone. Now let's discuss how decision makers fight today. Social proof wins deals. In today's digital first sales environment, decision makers no longer rely solely on cold outreach or sales pitch to evaluate potential vendors. Instead, they actively research and vet sales professionals long before a conversation even begins. This phenomena is often referred to as LinkedIn effect, where studies show that 75% of B2B buyers use social media to research vendors before engaging in any sales discussions. Many salespeople overlook a critical fact. Prospects are already forming an opinion about them before they even make contact. When a potential buyers receive an email or LinkedIn message, their immediate instinct is to verify credibility. They do this by visiting LinkedIn profiles, reading company pages, and checking for mutual connections who might vouch for the salesperson. If a prospect searches for a salesperson and finds little to no professional presence, or worse, an incomplete generic profile, they may dismiss the outreach entirely. Social proof plays a decisive role in winning deals, and sales professionals who position themselves as thought leaders gain a significant advantage. If a prospect perceives you as an expert in their industry, someone who shares relevant insights, engages in meaningful discussions, and has strong connections, they are far more likely to trust and engage with you. On the other hand, failing to establish credibility online means losing deals before the conversation even begins.